So, I don't care what you're gonna say, but Lolesio needs to go. He needs to get fired. Like, he needs to just get dropped. They should have played Cooper. If they play Quay Cooper, this would have been a better game. The Wallabies would have had a better result. Lolesio is just not up to international rugby. I don't care how good he is at club rugby. I don't care how good he is at Super Rugby. He's just not there for the internationals. He needs to just go. And following his poor performance from last week, he should have been dropped already. If they put Quay Cooper in there, put Rhys Hodge in there, put anybody in there, there would have been better results than this. Like, it was just like one of the worst performances from 5'8" I've ever seen. I don't care what you say. Oh, no, you can't call people to get fired. No, I'm calling for him to get fired. Like, it's just the way it is. How the world works. I got fired before for doing a terrible job for my work. Why does he get a break? And like, just so poor. He should have been dropped from last week. And just like unbelievable. Like, it was literally like watching a schoolboy playing rugby against the All Blacks. It was just like unbelievable level of incompetency from Lolesio. Like, literally, if he wasn't on the field, the Wallabies probably could have done better. That's just so bad. Let's go through some of the stupid, awful plays that he's made this game. About 4 minutes in, he threw a loopy intercept pass to Rieko Ioane. Leads to a try. Like, 4 minutes in. And this was like inside the All Blacks half. So, it's like 60-meter run for Rieko. And then there was one point where he got the ball, okay, inside his own 20, like the Wallabies 22. So all he had to do is kick the ball out, to the sideline, just kick it out. Instead of kicking it out to the sideline, he gets the ball. He kick it directly down the center of the field. And it wasn't a good kick. He went from inside the Wallabies 22 and went about 15 meters forward, just outside their own 22. Straight into Richie Mo'unga, who just like, hey, thanks very much. I would like to run. And there's plenty of space for me. Like 3 phases later, All Blacks scored. Like, it's just unbelievable. My freaking jaw hit the ground when I saw that kick. I could not believe that. Like, an amateur kid in high school would have been told to never do that. If you're under pressure, you can't kick the ball out into the sidelines, just go to ground. Never do that, kicking the ball down the center of the field, straight into the opposition 10. It's just like mind-boggling. I just could not believe what I saw. And not to mention, okay, the missed tackles that this kid had was just mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. Like, he cannot tackle. His kicking has been poor. He's just awful all around. Needs to fire him. Needs to get rid of him. If he plays again next week, I'm probably not going to watch the game. Or not next week, the week after. I'm probably not going to watch it. It's just unbelievable. In what world where you have no pressure of losing your spot, in any sport, how can that be a thing? How can any job or sport where you have zero possibility of losing your job? They should have played Cooper or anybody else. Would have been better. And there were just so many mind-boggling, stupid mistakes from the Wallabies. Just stupidity. I'm not even going to talk about the amount of kicking that was just randomly kicking the ball away to the All Blacks. Like, okay, whatever. I think you want to play. I guess they want to play territory. Okay. But there's just so many mind-boggling poor decisions from the Wallabies. There was one point where the Wallabies had a full-on penalty inside their own half, inside their own, just on that 40-meter line, right? Imagine this. I want you to imagine this. Tom Banks gets the ball. He's about to kick the ball out for the penalty, right? The All Blacks were set up in their defense, waiting for him to kick the ball out for the penalty. He fakes the kick, and he takes a quick tap. I can't believe I just said that. I literally cannot believe I just said that. That's actually what he did. And then so the Wallabies so they ran the ball. They gained about 20 meters because, surprise, we didn't kick the ball out. And Wallabies knocked the ball on. All Blacks gets the ball, counterattacks, scores a try immediately. From the 50-meter line. Makes a break immediately. Yep. Like, I genuinely don't understand how they came about. Who came up with this idea? Like, did they just like sit in their like meeting rooms like, hey guys, I got a great idea. Let's try this weekend, okay? I want you to take the ball and fake you're gonna kick the ball out and take a quick tap instead after the opposition's set up for the defense, right? Oh my freaking god. I cannot believe it. I'm so dumb. Like, and then like the stupidity went all the way to the 82nd minute, right? So the game was over. 82nd minute, Wallaby wants to score a try. Okay, play on. So they want to score a try. They're running the ball again and again and again. They're around the halfway point. Matt Tamura gets the ball. So you want to score the try or you want to end the game? Not sure. But he gets the ball. He kicks the ball downfield to the All Blacks. When the clock is 2 minutes past 80. Okay? So I'm just sitting there going, why did he kick it away? Okay? Why? If you want to score a try, then run the ball. If you wanted to end the game, kick it out. You kick the ball to the All Blacks so they have an opportunity to score now, right? Okay, so the All Blacks started an attack. I think it was Piranara did a little chipped kick over the top, and the Wallabies gets the ball. Poor handling, drops the ball, basically. And then, and then the All Blacks recovered. 5 people, I kid you not, 5 people. Will Jordan gets the ball. He runs down side. 5 people just like watching him run. Eventually, like nobody wants to touch him for about 25 meters. Eventually, he gets tackled just by the sideline. He pops the ball back in. Havili gets the ball. Lolesio flailing around a little bit. Falls over. Didn't even touch him. Havili goes in. Try. On the almost 83rd minute of the game. I kid you not. It's just comical. It's so bad, it's comical. You couldn't even write, if you wrote these things down in a story, alright, the publisher would tell you to piss off because it's so far-fetched, so stupid, nobody's gonna believe this actually can happen. And that actually happened in this game. Anyway, let's go through some of the overview. So overall, the first half was decent, was highly contested, I will say. So Corin Betty put on a lot of shot, but the second half, the Wallabies just completely fell apart. The scrums were 50-50 in the first half, and then in the second half, Tupou got destroyed by Tui Nuku'afe. Something that Tupou really needed to step up, but he didn't. And in fact, Tui Nuku'afe seems to have stepped up and really put a number down on Tupou. Penalties seems to be an issue for the All Blacks again in the first half. In fact, they got a yellow card at the start of the second half for just repeatedly giving away penalties. But the Wallabies were not able to capitalize on that. Damien McKenzie slotted in like a 58, 60 meter on an angle, bit of an angle, so probably like 60 meter kick. Like huge kick, D-Mac. Just very impressive. During the yellow card to run the clock down. And this was a record win for the All Blacks. I don't know. Halftime. The Wallabies actually had better stats, to be fair. Wallabies had 5 penalties and All Blacks had 7 penalties against them. Wallaby only missed 4 tackles at halftime. All Blacks missed 7 missed tackles. Wallabies conceded 3 turnovers. All Blacks conceded 6 turnovers at halftime, despite the score being 21 points from the All Blacks to 15 for Wallabies. Because the All Blacks got handed 2 tries by Lolesio for being incompetent. But anyway, so the All Blacks, the first half was, and the second half was, just fell apart. So second half results, as you can see, just ballooned for the All Blacks. 8 tries to the Wallabies 3. 600 meters. Halftime, the All Blacks only had 222 run meters to Wallabies 171. So the run meters just ballooned in the second half of the All Blacks. 13 turnovers conceded for the All Blacks, 9 for the Wallabies. So Wallabies did a bit better there. And 14 missed tackles for the All Blacks, 17 for the Wallabies, 107 tackles for the All Blacks, 91 for the Wallabies. That's not better for the All Blacks, but not great. Conversion pretty good overall for the All Blacks, almost perfect. Missed one conversion for Lolesio, I guess. Lineouts, 2 losses for both teams. Scrums, the scrums was 50-50 at halftime, and that 2 scrum losses was all against Tupou. Pretty bad. 10 penalties conceded. Like I said, the All Blacks had more penalties conceded in the first half, but the Wallabies really just crumbled in the second half. Yep. Point summary. Look, it's just... Like, seriously, if Lolesio plays next week, I'm not going to watch. Maybe I have to watch for the review, but I don't know. I genuinely think that if a team that if you have a job, no matter how bad you play, you can't get dropped. It's just preposterous. It's so preposterous. Oh, they should just put Quay Cooper in there, and he would have done better. Anyway, let's just get this over with. I am just fed up. I had enough of this. Just absolute garbage. Like, it's just the players. Not international standard. What can I say? Just not good enough to play international rugby. What can I say? Anyway, so let's start. The game was started off with a bit of a 50-50. I think Wallabies had a scrum where they kind of won a scrum penalty right away. But, so the Wallabies were like off the attack. However, 4 minutes in, Wallabies, Lolesio threw a really poor telegraph pass around the halfway point, just inside the All Blacks half. Rico Ioane intercepts the try, runs 50 meters. Scores first try for the All Blacks 3 minutes in. Okay, 4 minutes in. 4 minutes in. Wallabies strikes back. So this was looking pretty good at start. So both teams were really under like a lot of pressure. Wallabies looks to be like happy to kick the ball away a lot just for territory. Every time they just wanted to keep the All Blacks pinned inside the 22. That's a strategy they want to do. But the Wallabies finally were able to get the ball inside the All Blacks 22. So the All Blacks basically had to, basically ended up with a poor return kick. The Wallabies were able to get the ball inside the All Blacks 22 and start building phases. 10 phases later, huge runs by Corin Betty. And the All Blacks were just right at getting, pumped right under the post. They got really close. There was a pick and go by, what's his name? There was a pick and go by McDermott. It got really close. There was a full-on penalty for playing the ball on the ground against the All Blacks. The ball comes back out. Lolesio gets the ball, crossfield kick, straight into the breadbasket of Callaway. Callaway steps inside, had David McKenzie in front of him, steps in field, beats McKenzie, goes in for the first try for the Wallabies. And it was looking like game on. So 1 try apiece. The All Blacks try was given away for free, but the Wallabies worked hard to pull that back and to kind of like level the score. But Lolesio missed the conversion, so yeah. I don't know what to say. Like, he should not miss that. There was really not that much win. At the 10, anyway, so Wallabies still down 5 points to 7. At the 10 minutes mark, McDermott seems to kick the 50-22. And the referee said that he was outside of 50. I guess he could potentially say that. He was kind of like on the line. But yeah, that should have been a 50-22 at 10 minutes mark. But anyway, Wallabies were able to get the ball for a few minutes later, following a penalty by the All Blacks for playing the ball on the ground. Wallabies, so it still wasn't able to go anywhere. But yeah, anyway, a few minutes later, the All Blacks on the attack. They go. There was again a kickable range in the All Blacks. They wanted to put more points on the board, so it was kind of like really tense at this point of the game. So All Blacks really wanted to score tries instead of kick for points. So they kicked the ball out. They sent the ball out back in for a maul. They didn't go anywhere. The maul was illegally collapsed for another penalty, and the All Blacks went for another line out. And this time, Matt Phillip stuffs the maul, swims himself through, seals the ball off. All Blacks gets stuffed for 15 minutes in. So it was all looking pretty good for the Wallabies. Good defense. About 15 minutes in, All Blacks couldn't able to score. And then the ball kind of like played on a little bit. A couple of minutes later, there was a scrum. All Blacks won the scrum just outside the All Blacks 22. The Wallabies 22. Then finally, the All Blacks says enough is enough. We're gonna take the 3. They kick the ball from just outside the All Blacks Wallabies 22. 30 minutes out, 15 minutes in, so quite easy kick. And Richie Mo'unga missed this one. So that was a really, poor kick from Richie Mo'unga. And then following that, the Wallabies laid out a lot of huge hits from Corin Beatty. He laid out Will Jordan. And then like a minute later, like literally not even a minute, like 10 seconds later, he lays out Havili. It was just like massive hits left and right. It was just like game on. Was quite entertaining up to this point, 22 minutes in. But after this is after all the big hits been done around the 20-minute mark for Corin Beatty on the 22nd minute. This is where the Wallabies just started doing like stupidity, just kicked up another level. This is where the Wallabies had a penalty inside their own half around the 40-meter mile line. Tom Banks fakes the kick for touch, takes a quick tap. The Wallabies run the ball, and they knocks on. All Blacks returns the ball, gets the ball, counter attacks, some good hands to the wing, and then some good support running. Eventually, the ball ended up in Brodie Retallick, runs in for the try right under the sticks. 22 minutes in. So yeah, I genuinely don't understand what the decision making was for this. It's so stupid. Like, anyway, so All Blacks scores there, gets the conversion. A few minutes later, on the 28th minute, there was a lot of kick behind to D-Mac under a lot of pressure. D-Mac had to kick the ball out from inside his own try line. Wallabies gets a 22-meter line out against the All Blacks, and All Blacks gets penalized for throwing the player across during the line out. The ball comes down, and the referee gets taken out after this line out as well. He gets tackled. But anyway, the Wallabies goes for a try after this. They kick the ball out onto the 5-meter line. This was already kickable, but Wallabies wants to return a try, which is good to see. After this stupidity, 2 tries now given away for stupidity, so Wallabies wants to get themselves another hard-earned try. A 5-meter line out, the ball comes down, didn't go anywhere. And the All Blacks gets penalized again for offside. Wallaby says, all right, enough, we'll take the 3. Kicks the 3. 29 minutes in. And right from the kickoff, okay? Another stupid freaking play from the Wallabies. Right from the kickoff after this 3 points was given, the Wallabies were setting up for the clearance kick from inside their own 22. This is where Lolesio kicks the ball. Instead of kicking the ball out from inside his 22, he kicks the ball straight in the down center field. Dead center to Richie Mo'unga. Counter attacks. And yeah. Oh yeah, look, it's so bad. Rugby.com.au decided to remove the commentary. Yeah. That was just awful. Anyway. You saw it. Yeah, anyway. He kicks the ball straight down center field. Richie Mo'unga counter attacks. And the ball gets... they start attacking. 8 phases later... the All Blacks got really close to the line. Adi Savia pick and go with Cody Taylor pushing behind him, goes over for the 3rd try for the All Blacks, following another just mind-blowing stupidity from the Wallabies. And 3 tries now just from stupidity from Wallabies play. I don't know, like... So, a few minutes, anyway, so Wallabies wants to get back on the board before halftime, which is really good to see. There was booting a lot of pressure around the 35-minute mark. The All Blacks were warned for giving away any more penalties. Would have been yellow card. So on the Wallabies were attacking. They got really close, right down in front of the goalpost. Penalty, yeah. So Papa Lee gets warned for if any more penalties, there will be a yellow card. Wallabies, instead of opting for a line out, opts for a scrum, a centre field scrum, 5 meters out. There was a bunch of scrum resets, but it was still pretty close for both sides. And eventually, the Wallabies were able to squeeze out another scrum penalty. So the scrums were actually quite good at this point. With the Wallabies getting the scrum penalty right in front of the goalpost, and McDermott gets the ball popped from Valetini from the back to the scrum. He fakes running blindside, runs open side, and Papali'i and Havili both just didn't see that coming. He runs straight through a 9-10 channel and goes in right under the sticks for a try for the Wallabies just before halftime. So that's not pretty bad. At halftime, things were looking quite decent for the Wallabies. 21 points to 15. 2 tries for the Wallabies, 3 for the All Blacks. Wasn't out of the game by any stretch of mean. And every time the Wallabies were attacking, they were able to put a lot of pressure on. Were able to get over the advantage line. The All Blacks defense seems to not be that good. Halftime, Wallabies were truly and well in it. Despite the All Blacks were able to score 3 tries, or on the back side of Wallabies just being absolutely idiotic. Just like all 3 tries from the All Blacks were just terrible plays from the Wallabies. Not really because the All Blacks were actually putting like a lot of pressure on, so to speak. And the second half started quite well for the Wallabies as well. Wallabies were able to get the kickoff from the restart, so they were able to just start building faces straight away. 10 faces later, Ardie Savea gets penalised for not rolling away, gets a yellow card. So Wallabies goes for 5 meter line out. This should have been a try here. And Wallabies throws the line out in. Not straight. Still not over because the All Blacks had to do a defensive 5 meter line out with 1 player in the bin. The All Blacks executed perfectly with a 7-man line out. The ball goes in, comes out in like a split second. They get the ball cleared out. And yeah, crisis averted with a yellow card. Wallabies should have been scored. But no. You see, the rugby.com.au just deleted this page. You saw it live. They just deleted this page. No results. Everything just got deleted. I'm not surprised. They just deleted their own results. Anyway, who cares? And after that, the All Blacks actually managed really well, despite having 1 player in the bin. And in a few minutes later, at the 46th minute, basically the Wallabies were really poor defense. So basically what was happening is I think the All Blacks was attacking about just around the halfway point, and there was a blindside with McDermott and I think Darcy Swain was defending the blindside with McDermott, and Darcy Swain thought the ball was out, so he ran up, and the referee was like, "No, you're offside, advantage." So Darcy was like just outside position. So Aaron Smith gets the ball. He sees that the rock where Darcy Swain was supposed to be defending is no one there anymore. So Aaron Smith slips through there. Now McDermott's left to defend 2 players. He couldn't make the tackle. The Aaron Smith gets the ball, throws an inside ball to Cody Taylor. And, Cody Taylor goes in for a try. Just that easy, because it was 2-on-1. They both ran like 50 meters. And, yeah, really not much the McDermott can do about that. It was pretty poor. With a yellow card in the bin, that should not have happened. Just like amateur mistakes. So yeah, on the 51st minute, the All Blacks still had 1 player in the bin. Wallabies gave away another penalty. This was 58 meters out on a little bit of angle, so it could have been 60 meters. And they said they're going to take a long-range kick. I thought Jordy Barrett was on the field, but no, D-Mac takes the kick and he slides it through. Nobody was expecting him to get this one, but they just wanted to run the clock down, so the yellow card is over. but he slots this one anyway. 51st minute, D-Mac gets a 3-point back on the board for the All Blacks. And suddenly the All Blacks is pulling ahead despite having one player in the bin. A few minutes later, on the 53rd minute, once again, Australia were attacking just outside the All Blacks 22. They did like some loop unders run. The ball went to Tuamura, and Tuamura tries. There was an overlap outside of him. He tries through a big loopy pass to his player out wide, and Sevu Reece read the ball. He was the only one defending, so if he didn't get this intercept, the Wallabies was gonna score basically. Sevu Reece runs in, reads it perfectly, takes the intercept, runs like 70 meters. No one touched him for another try. That's just 5 tries for the Wallabies. That's for the All Blacks, where just based on Wallabies' really, really poor execution. So yeah, they handed them another try. This is the 4th one with the Wallabies. Directly handed over the try. The 5th one where, it was a result of Wallabies' big fucking mistake. And yeah, really poor. On the 60th minute, there was a few minutes later, basically 8 minutes later, Wallabies were finally able to get themselves back the All Blacks gets another try. So there was the Wallabies were basically the All Blacks were against Aaron Smith, a very similar break from before. He slipped through a little gap around the ball area. He runs through. He gets really close to the. He gets really close to the. Let me see what happened here. Yeah. Anyway. So basically what happened here? Yeah, so basically he slips through a little gap again, and he wasn't able to get through. He just, the Smith, so he wasn't able to, he gets through again. So basically what was happening was he gets through, but then he tried to offload the ball to Havili. Havili crashed the ball. He actually lost the ball. So the Wallabies had a scrum, but they lost the scrum. There was a 2 resets later. The All Blacks actually had a short on penalty for the scrum. So the All Blacks gets the ball back. Stats attacking again. They got really close to the line. Smith takes the ball, runs the blind side, throw a pass to Cody Taylor, and Wallabies defense just weren't there to front up to defend Taylor. He slides in for a try. Missed tackles from the Wallabies hooker. A reserve hooker wasn't very good. So Wallabies, from this point forward, Wallabies were even more happy to kick the ball away. They weren't building any phases, just kicking the ball away. Basically, anytime the ball is around the half, anytime they got the ball, so they were just happy to kick the ball away constantly. Sure enough, at the 64th minute, the All Blacks thing says, "Thanks a lot. We'd like to run the board, even if you like to kick it away." So the All Blacks mounts attack from inside their own 22. I think there was one of the players gets tackled by the All Blacks, pops ball back up before the ruck was formed. Adi Savia gets the ball. He shrugs off the Tongan Thor around the fringes. Take McDermott goes up. He shrugs him off as well. Adi Savia basically starts to run down the field. There was one player coming up to cover him. Adi Savia draw and pass, throws the ball to Will Jordan. Will Jordan goes in for his first or second try. Will Jordan runs the rest of the 50 meters for a try. So yeah, really poor defense by the Wallabies. This again started from the All Blacks 22. 64th minute, and this is starting to look really bad because there's still 15 minutes left. Wallabies did have able to answer this try a few minutes later. There was a penalty against the All Blacks. Wallabies goes for a line out. Wallabies attacks. From the line out, there was an advantage given to the Wallabies. There was a Wallabies start building phases. There was There was a lot of getting really close. There was a lot of pressure applied to the All Blacks. They don't want to give away penalties. But they did give away the penalty, so there could have been a yellow card there. But the referee did not give him another yellow card. Gave him another warning instead. Then eventually the Wallabies find some wide space out wide. Tom Banks gets the ball, throws a big pass to Callaway out on the wing. There was just too much space for Callaway to work with. Goes into the corner for the try. Conversion was good, but yeah, it was a bit too late. And then after that, the scrum's starting to really fall apart for the Wallabies. The Tongan Thor really starts to struggle against Tui Pulutu. On the 79th minute, there was a 5-meter scrum for the Wallabies. Really, really important attacking scrum. The Tui Pulutu just won the tight head against Tupou, so I missed an opportunity. And then the game ended with just another try for the All Blacks. Again, the Wallabies, the game was over. Wallabies could kick the ball out, could have ran the ball around halfway. There was just a lot of running around halfway point. Matt Tuamura gets the ball, has a brain explosion. He kicks the ball down the field for the All Blacks to have an opportunity to attack, despite the fact that the clock is already 80 second the minute. So the All Blacks starts attacking. I think he was, what's his name? I think it was TJ Perenara. Did a little chip over the top. Wallabies gets the ball back, and then Wallabies tries to attack again. Poor handling lets the Wallaby dropping the ball. And yeah, it was just mind-blowing why they did that. Anyway, dropping the ball. If you want to end the game, end the game. But anyway, dropping the ball. All Blacks recovers the ball. Will Jordan gets it. Looks like the Wallabies just all looking at him, running, and then 5 people just like drifting and following him, like no one's tackling him. Eventually he gets tackled near the sideline. He pops the ball back in. Havili was inside. A lot of CO flays around, falls over, didn't even touch him. Havili runs through, try. And yeah, record score. Rugby.com.au has taken the score down to save some embarrassment. The score is not 0-0. And yeah. It's funny how Rugby.com.au taking the score off. Anyway, yeah, if Lolesio gets selected next week, I might not be watching. And I have better things to do with my life than watching this. This is kind of like my job. But yeah, really poor. Thank you for watching, guys. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you a bit later tonight for the probably going to be much more entertaining and contested game between the Springboks and the Pumas, Argentina. Thank you for watching. See you guys later.